What's up, y'all, man? It's your homeboy, whatever, man. Just out here chilling, smoking a Tatuaje 7th Kappa Especial Sumatra. Uh, this is a medium body smoke. Um, Coffee and leather pretty much throughout. Get a little bit of pepper here and there. Pretty consistent flavor the whole way through. Ecuadorian Sumatra seed wrapper, Nicaraguan binder and long fillers. Quality smoke here. I paid $10.50 for this cigar, but I seen them on a website. Was it Neptune Cigar? Um, nine. Where they sell them for $9.50. Um, $21 for a box of. I'm sorry, 21 in a box. 21 for $180. Made them about $8.60 per smoke. Not a bad, not a bad choice for the price. Um, Smokes better than a lot of more expensive cigars. I tell you that. Y'all gotta excuse the music if y'all can hear that. I chose this no copyright, no royalty jazz music playlist without listening to it first. Uh, Form your own opinion, but I ain't gonna cut it off. Anyways, I was just sitting out here thinking, man, I'm in this space where I'm trying to find uh balance, man. I'm trying to find time and balance. I don't have time to do anything. I don't have balance in my life. I work all the time. Um, it's my own fault. I'm addicted to money. Um, you know, I got expensive habits, cars, cigars. Um, I don't spend money on shoes. I do buy a few nice pieces of jewelry here and there. Nothing. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I was gonna say nothing too major, but I do have a few expensive watches. But anyways, but I've had to tone all that down. I don't go to much car stuff. Um, I do not buy. I mean, when I do buy like my jewelry, it's in spurts when I got some money saved up. And I really don't have anything left to buy at this point, to be honest with you. So I don't know if I can factor that in there so much. But man, like the what's killing me aside from this music is the cost of living, man. Like I've said before, everything's going up, you know. So it's hard to make time for family because all the extra. This is crazy, right? So basically, now I only work my business a few days a week. I don't run it every single day, but all my money that I make from my business has been absorbed by this inflation, the cost of everything going up. And it's going to continue. Like once the price is the price, it's not going to go down. So until they start to pay out more money, man, so I can't go full time with the business because I would have to be on the road so much to make it work. Um, Job, it's stressful, man. I'm starting to think that the solution is to move somewhere else, pack everything up, cut everything off, you know what I'm saying, and just do a giant reset, restart. Move to a cheaper place, there's a lot, it's stressful. Um, but one thing we have to do in life is we have to adjust, and that's what I'm working on, right? I'm not the only person who goes through this. Or going through this. I talk to people all the time, and a lot of people won't tell you, like we know, that things are messed up right now. Um, but some people have too much pride to admit it. I'm not one of those people. I'll admit it. You know. Um, okay. Well, the music shut off on its own, so I guess that's a sign. I'll put this away and move on without it. But I don't know, man. Like It's just crazy times. It's just going to continue to get worse, man. We got these buffoons both running for president. They're both too old, but one, it's like his functions are starting to fail. He's falling down the stairs. He can't talk. You know, he's admitting that he's falling asleep like in the middle of like he said he almost fell asleep in the middle of the debate like because he had to travel a whole lot. Now you the dang president. Like, what you mean you had to travel a whole lot and you're tired? How do you fall asleep in the middle of or almost fall asleep in the middle of talking? That was crazy to me. I'm not 80 years old, but that's crazy to me. So it makes me wonder, forget another term, are you fit to finish the term that you're in right now? You know, and then we got the other guy, lies, says what he wants. You know, I don't understand why he does some of the lies that he does, but they all lie, so it doesn't make him any worse than anybody else, I guess. It's just what he lies about that pisses people off, but he's going to win. At this point, I don't even have a problem with Trump winning. But, you know, and then the whole shooting thing, which is in and of its own thing, I don't know why they even had to orchestrate that because, I mean, let's see what comes out, but it seems pretty made up to me, and he was going to win, so he doesn't need to do that to get extra votes. He's going to win, okay? And I'm hopeful that when he wins, the economy gets better, you know? I'm really hopeful for that. But you can't just sit around and not plan for if it doesn't get any better. So some thoughts, you know, is I've always said if you're going to work any sort of business, job, try to do anything on the side, you got to be adjustable. You got to be able to pivot with the times. So that's something that I'm working on, man. You know, the work isn't always consistent for me. Some days, you know, I hit up my company that gets me my jobs and everything is great. They keep me busy. Other days I'm sitting around for 5, 6, 7 hours. I could have been doing something else. It's not productive, you know. Then I might get a job that's a short run and I don't get nothing else. But if I'm available and I'm on standby, then I am ready to go. I'm not doing anything else. I might sleep until I get a job so I can try to keep my body fresh for when I'm on the road. You know, and they'll call me, I'll wake up and then I'll hit the road, which is smart, you know, but aside from that, you know, I lose a lot of time that I could spend doing something with my family because I think that I'm going to get this work and I'm going to be out on the road and I'm going to be running. And then sometimes it doesn't happen, you know. Some people the world is so desperate. People in America are so desperate to make money that we often shortchange ourselves. There are people on these apps, you know, they download the delivery apps, they do Uber, DoorDash, all that stuff, but they're on the delivery apps too that we sometimes use, and they're doing jobs, man. They're driving like 2 and 3 hours on some of these jobs, and they're only getting like 40, 50 cents a mile. Like, unless you're in a Prius or I don't know how much it costs. How much do you guys have to pay when you stop to charge your Tesla? You know what I mean? I mean, unless you're in like a Prius or a Tesla or some sort of hybrid that gets like 90 miles a gallon or something, like there's no way that it's profitable. No way. You know, but because people are doing that, then it bumps everybody else into a issue to where, you know, nobody wants to pay you because they feel like somebody's going to do the job for this lesser amount. So, you know, it's frustrating. Even when I was working Uber, like, you know, I do Uber Eats or even the rides, but I mostly would do Uber Eats. Every time they redid their agreement, the money we made went down. And that's because there's all these foreigners out here running around. Some of them, it's their account, but a lot of them are buying accounts from other people and they're working under that person. And that's how they make their money. Now, to me, that's really stupid because when that person goes to file their taxes, they're going to have to claim the money that these people made while they're using their account. So I don't know if they throwing the money on the side come tax time. I don't know, you know, but it's just messing everything up, man. Like, you know, We give away all this money to the other countries. We give away all this money to immigrants. I'm in a whole neighborhood full of immigrants, man. Like they done bought up probably a third of the houses out here, you know. And I mean, no knock on them, but most of them, if anybody works, it's only one person. So they all, whatever money they got, they all put it together as a family. You know, most of these people are families, and they moved over here. You know, and the government is paying their way, which is freaking crazy. But there's things that we could all do better. You know. And hope for change. And I don't think that we would be in as bad of a spot, you know, struggling like I am to find time and balance if, and I'm going to go racial for a minute basically, because, okay, black people, man, like if we all came together at any point in time, we could have our own networks, we could have our own, you know, I mean, we have our own communities, but the way they operate is different. So I'll give you an example, man. There's no unity. There's really no unity within black folks. You know, if you see somebody successful, another black person, then they're a threat to you. They're a challenge. You want to outdo them. You know, you want to see them fail. A lot of people don't want to see people doing better than them. I can't live that way, man. I root for everybody, man. I really do. If I ain't rooting for you, then you did something foul to me. You feel me? But I root for everybody to do good, man. But I'll give you an example of the problem with the black community or just people, you know, in our, we'll just stick with the black community. All right. So here's a great example, right, of how things should go. So I was just telling you about all the immigrants that live in my neighborhood, right? So we have a large population of Nepali people from Nepal who have moved over here, and they're settling in this city or this area, you know, that I live in, which is Reynoldsburg. It's a suburb of Columbus, Ohio. And all right, so inside of the neighborhood, they're all friends. They all talk to each other. They walk around together. They have cookouts, or, you know, I don't want to say cookouts, but they have little get-together type things like that all the time, you know. Whereas, you know, I live here. I don't talk to my neighbor. She's cool, but I don't talk to her. I don't talk to my neighbors on the other side, but we're cool. We just don't talk. You know, there's one guy across the street that I talk to. I have my neighbor that I used to go fishing with. He passed away. His wife doesn't talk to me anymore. I don't know what that's about. Then we got some people who live in a house directly across. And then there's another house, say right there, where I know somebody personally. Like, you know, we were cool. We aren't as cool, but we don't have any problems with each other. No beef. You know what I'm saying? So, but my point is, I don't really talk or network with any of these people other than the one guy, you know, in the corner. He's like the cool guy in the neighborhood that everybody talks to. But amongst us are these Nepalis, right? So they moved over here. They got whatever assistance that they could get, and they put their assistance to work. What do I mean by that? All right. Okay. So every time a business closes out here, whether it be a restaurant, a tire shop, you name it. Whenever a business closes, they buy the facility or rent the facility and they open a business, right? So they've got their own network of restaurants out here. And I'm not talking like 2 or 3. There's probably 10 or more. And this is a small town. This suburb would be considered a small city. But they've got their own network of restaurants, and we're talking a good 10 to 12 restaurants, and I might be leaving some out. They've got their banquet / get together facilities. They've got clothing stores. They've got, like, on top of us having, you know, Kroger, Giant Eagle, Walmart, all that, they've probably got They probably got at least 6 or 7 grocery stores. They've got cell phone shops. They got computer repair. They got the barber and beauty salons. They got their own bars. Check this out. They got their own pharmacies, right? And something you could learn from these people is I seen one of their, like a little cargo van with one of their pharmacy names on it. They're riding around and they're making the pharmacy deliveries to their people's homes. Adult daycare, they got daycare buses, senior, they got a bus that comes out here and picks up all the seniors every day, or multiple times a week, and take them to, like a senior center where, they all get together and they do stuff. Unity. That's what happens when you talk about unity. You hear all the time people say, well, black people just came together, they could have this and they could do that. But nobody takes it seriously. I'm seeing it firsthand. I've watched this community transform. They got people on city council. They got, you name it. I can't think of anything they don't have. Lawn care. It just goes on and on. They got some of the gas stations and drive-thrus out here. Everything you can think of that you would need to function as a society in maybe 5 years' time. It's probably been about 5 years since I started to see a lot of them moving out here. That's what they've established in that short period of time. It looks to me like they're living good, doing good, they're happy, but us, we're over here struggling. We can't come together. We can't support each other. Things got to change, man. That's my ramble. Don't really know where I was trying to go with it. Other than to make a point. I don't know if I need to go any further, A lot of this isn't just on the government or, the current events. A lot of it is on us because, unlike them, we didn't prepare for this. They're prepared. We're not. And it's only going to get worse, y'all. So, for me, there's a lot, it's, do I want to stay at the job that I'm at right now? No, not really. For multiple reasons, some of it is pay related, although they pay me well, but I don't think they pay me enough for what I do. Some of it is career advancement opportunities. I don't feel like I'll be able to advance for 2-3 years, maybe 4 years. And the raises are minimal. So it's not going to help my financial situation, right? It'll be good to have the experience, though. Cost of living. I don't need the house that I live in. I live in a 3-bedroom house, full basement. I don't know what this house is, like 2,700 square feet. I got a whole dining room area that I don't use. We got a whole bedroom that we don't use, and I don't have anything in my basement. So, do we really need all this house? No. So maybe it's time to downsize and save some money. Maybe I should give up my car hobby. As much as I pay for my Camaro and my van combined, I could go out and, I could be rolling in a Porsche, but do I need to roll in a Porsche? Maybe I should do like some of these other people do. You know what I was getting ready to buy, y'all? I was getting ready to buy one of those new Chevy Trax. Okay? Now, Chevy Trax was that dinky little Chevy that, it's like even now it's still the entry level, but the last couple years that they were selling it, they just switched it over here. It wasn't really an attractive car, but it had enough space for my whole family. It's got like the nice big screen and stuff, you know, with the CarPlay and the what's it, Android Auto. It was a nice little car, super small engine, slow as hell probably. I didn't even get to test drive it. But I was getting ready to buy one, man, because I never make the car buy that makes sense. I always buy what I want, which is good. It's good to be able to buy what you want. Yeah, I don't know if I can make my camera any lighter. I'm trying, but sorry, y'all. But it's good to, you know, be able to buy what you want. But sometimes you got to make the smart buy, the economical buy. You know, so when I talk about making adjustments, I mean, if I have to live better, I mean, I'll get rid of my Camaro and get something else. But I got a pretty good deal on my Camaro, so it's not going to save me a whole lot of money, but it would save me something. So, you know, sometimes you got to add everything up. You know, I smoke all these cigars. I got this cigar membership. How long am I going to keep that? I don't even go to the cigar lounge. I pay $100 a month, and I haven't been in there. I go like, when I do go, I only go like once or twice a month, and I probably ain't been in there in 2 months. And when I did go, it had been like 2 months before since I went, you know, so time for a change, y'all. So I challenge y'all to reevaluate your life. Don't get caught up in, you know, the inflation, the struggle. Don't give up. I see a lot of people, man, they out here struggling, they giving up, they losing things, man. Like, it's okay to lose some stuff to stay afloat. Sometimes you got to swallow your pride and do that, but nobody wants to lose what they've worked hard for. You know what I mean? No cooperation camera. But, you know, that's it, man. So, but I challenge y'all, man, to find a side hustle, find ways to make more money, adjust, and don't fall victim, you know, to what's going on within our government, our economy, our country. Don't fall a victim to it and let it ruin your life, man, because it's going to get worse before it gets better. Trust me. It's your homeboy, whatever, man. Follow me right here on YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be smoking cigars, y'all, to be honest with you. But I'll have that discussion in another video. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Sorry for the lighting. Sorry for the music. I'm gone.